Some of you may have seen the video I did on the Royal Enfield Himalayan. The video itself was just a result of an investigation I did after I heard the bikes were breaking in half. Fairly reasonable cause for investigation. I have a lot of people that ask me about motorcycles, and I just want to have a good opinion. What the research yielded, right, wrong, indifferent, true or false, was that the 2017 Royal Enfield Himalayan made in India was the one with the issues, and the majority of the issues were on the rental bikes for the tour companies, which makes sense that they would be beaten harder. That was a bit of the protest, was that, hey, well, you know, you beat these bikes to death, of course they're going to break. So that doesn't entirely vindicate the bike, but you get the point that you know, they felt like they were being treated unfairly in those assessments. Those aren't my opinions, that's just what I found out. And that poses a really large issue. If these reports are false, then you've got a company like Royal Enfield with a great historic reputation being tarnished for no good reason, and not to mention the owners who have these bikes and love these bikes and have kind of identified and dedicated a part of their life to these bikes in some degree, and their resale values. Like if these rumors are going around and they're untrue, it's like people stealing money from them, you know, and that sucks. And if the rumors are true, best case scenario, people are wasting their money on these motorcycles. Worst case scenario, people die or get hurt or gravely injured. That's another colossal factor we have to consider when we decide our position on the Royal Enfield Himalayan situation, because these people that would get hurt, if it were true, these aren't just simply riders. They're people. They're your wife, your brother. They're your neighbor's son. It's that cool lady from the coffee shop. So we need to find out. We need to identify that it's not about whether or not we love or hate the bike. It's about, hey man, this problem, right, wrong, or indifferent, true or false, like I said, exists, and people are talking about it. So either one camp or the other is getting screwed. Somebody's getting hurt, or the Royal Enfield side is getting unduly lynched. The solution is to first ID the problem. And the problem, once identified, will find its solution. And that's often the way it goes, because if everybody knows what the problem is, then everybody can kind of work together to dispel the myth or hold Royal Enfield accountable for those motorcycles. That's the bottom line, right? That would be the solution. The problem's a mess. The problem begins in this insane polarity in the Royal Enfield Himalayan, diametric extremes of lovers and haters, and it seems nobody's in between. Here's where the problem is rooted. There is so much polarity, and these opinions are so staunch and so stark that there's no communication. Nobody knows what the hell's going on. If I so much as say Royal Enfield may have a problem, the lovers of Royal Enfield hate me and send me hate mail. Some of the stuff I just erase off of social media, because I'm just like, I can't believe a dude said that about a motorcycle in reference to humans. And the inverse is true as well. If I say Royal Enfield potentially has no problems whatsoever, the haters come unglued. And here's the commonality between those two positions. 95% of them provide no data, no empirical data, no examples, no anything. And I find it hard to believe, if your motorcycle got busted in half or your friend's motorcycle got busted in half, that nobody took a picture. You know, so there's that adds to the plausibility that this is a witch hunt, you know. Hate mail reads like, heard you said that it was a good motorcycle. Well, my cousin's brother had one and it broke, so you suck. Or, you know, the opposite. I've had one for a year and a half and it does great, so you suck and Royal Enfield's perfect. How dare you with your pitchfork and your lantern? When at the end of the day, I don't care. Like I said, I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. The real matter with this is that no matter how butthurt you get for the simple idea that something may be wrong or right, pales in comparison to the significance of the real victims in this situation. If the rumors are false, there's two victims: the Royal Enfield Company and as I stated earlier, the owners and the backlash and what all happens, the repercussions of this to them, resale values, the whole deal. And so if it's true, it's a grave reality that needs to be dealt with because people can get hurt. These are our community, so we have a duty to them. And here's how we can perform that duty. Your opinion, hear me real close, your opinion does not matter. My opinion does not matter. These opinions without any data are what is causing the hysteria. The hysteria is causing frustration, anger, and the polarity that stops the communication for people to get on the same page and solve the problem. So if you want to protect this bike, or if you want to hold this company accountable for that bike, if you're in one of those two camps, come alongside. Talk to the people who have different opinions. Share your data, share your exact experience with as much information as you can get. All these social communities, we're the biggest factor in what type of information goes either way. But if you don't have any information, if you just have your opinion, just can it. Just stop, because you're either hurting your cause or literally hurting people. I know that's a tough, jagged pill to swallow, but ultimately, if you're invested at all in either direction on this, and you see the value in what I'm saying, thank you, and just provide some data. And hey, listen to this too. If you're butthurt about comments in either direction, you are ensuring further butthurtery by continuing just to spit poison into this matter that just needs to be rectified. If all of a sudden there were some serious reports that vindicated the bike or held Royal Enfield accountable, the community would be healthier and safer. People would not be robbed of anything, and that includes Royal Enfield Himalayan and their reputation and the people you guys who own the bikes. You know, it sucks if it's true, it sucks if it's false. You know, but what really sucks is that we're in an eternal limbo on the matter. If you have that data, send it to me, and I will use it in a way to support that stance. But if I don't have that information, I can't do anything with it other than report what I find. And the majority of the reportings I'm getting now are to the negative on the Royal Enfield Himalayan. And so if you have something, man, send it to me. StoryMotoADV@gmail.com, or go to our website, StoryMotoADV.com, or find us on social media. Private message, public message, write it in the comments if you wish, but just get it to me so I can use it. At StoryMotoADV, we have two hopes. One, have an effect on people putting away the pitchforks and lanterns, or carry Royal Enfield to the lynching post if they know about this problem.